Morphin time!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're discussing the dark story behind Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
The five of you have come together to form as fine a group of superheroes as there has ever been.
No way. Really?
For this video, we'll be looking at the grim, behind-the-scenes details of the beloved 90s hit series. Were you a fan of the Power Rangers? Who was your favorite? Go let us know in the comments. The original series. Back in the 1980s, music composer Hayao Saban was watching TV in his Tokyo hotel room and came across the Japanese Tokusatsu Super Sentai series. Seeing these color-coded superheroes facing off against monsters gave him the idea to create an Americanized version.
I bumped into this very colorful show. 5 kids in spandex kicking monster butt. And I thought, this looks like fun.
After almost a decade of failed pilots and rejection, Saban, with the help of Fox's then head of programming, Margaret Loesch, finally launched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in 1993.
Teleport to us 5 overbearing and over-emotional humans.
No, not that! Not teenagers!
That's correct, Alpha.
I was afraid of that.
The series followed 5 American teenagers who were already skilled in gymnastics and martial arts as they trained to become the titular group.
Oh my gosh, what's happening?
This is too weird. Hold on!
The original series starred Thuy Trang, Trini the Yellow Ranger, Austin St. John, Jason the Red Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly the Pink Ranger, Walter Emmanuel Jones, Zach the Black Ranger, and David Yost, Billy the Blue Ranger. Later in the first season, Jason David Frank joined as the Green Ranger, who would become the White Ranger.
One of us now. Welcome aboard.
A new chapter has begun, Rangers. Let the power protect you.
Some of the young cast weren't even actors, including St. John, who was a martial arts instructor. Since the actors' faces were under helmets, Saban used footage from Kyoryu's Sentai Zyuranger and other Super Sentai series for the fight scenes. However, the cast did perform some of their own stunts.
Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Power Rangers! Zordon, they've done it! They made the metamorphosis!
Good.
Overnight success and Mighty Morphin merchandise. The first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers premiered August 28, 1993 on Fox Kids. It was an instant and unexpected hit, quickly becoming one of the highest rated kids shows on broadcast television.
The show was famous before the show came out. I was walking down the beach with my cousin, and these kids ran up on me and they're like, "Hey, yo, you're the Black Ranger." And I was like, "Yeah, I am. How do you know that?" I'm like, "The show's not even out yet. It comes out in 2 weeks." They're like, No, I bought your doll yesterday and your face is on the box.
Audiences love these teenagers with attitude and their insane fighting skills, morphing into the colorful superheroes that defeated monsters and aliens every week. The theme song was pretty awesome too. With the massive popularity of the series, it wasn't long before the merchandise was flying off the shelves.
It was just blowing out of the stores. People were fighting in the aisles. We were getting over 450 calls a day. Why can't I get these toys? Why aren't they on the shelves?
Toys, costumes, video games, comics, bed sheets, toothbrushes? Saban Entertainment and Bandai created a multi-billion-dollar merchandising empire that would dominate the 1990s and beyond.
I've done a lot of work other than Power Rangers, but I don't think I've done anything that has as much merchandise. So I'm like, it's continuously following me between the comic books and the video games.
With all the hype surrounding the show came sudden fame for the young cast, something they had to adjust to fast.
I did not like the amount of people who suddenly knew who I was, but I don't know who they are. I think that really freaked me out.
In 1994, the 6 cast members became ambassadors for the DARE program and made national news when an appearance at Universal Studios shut down Los Angeles traffic.
We do our first show and it's crazy. You know, they say, he dons the power of the Mastodon. He is Zach.
And I play Zach, the Black Ranger!
I take off my helmet, the crowd goes, There are lights everywhere. Everybody's taking pictures.
A crowd of roughly 35,000 people attended the conference, with some camping outside for hours.
You come out on stage, and it was like the biggest rock star moment we had. People just, Jason, Jason, chanting your name, your hair standing up on the back of your neck. It was intense.
Low wages and poor working conditions. Power Rangers proved to be a lucrative venture for Saban and the higher-ups, but the cast quickly realized that they weren't getting the pay they deserved.
Here we were, just, getting paid peanuts, non-union. Because we did one personal appearance at Universal Amphitheater. I think it holds like 4,000 people. We had to do like 7 shows that day because so many people came.
They worked long hours, sometimes 12 to 15-hour days, 6 days a week, and reportedly made about $600 a week with 0 residuals. The success of the show led to daily episodes instead of weekly, which increased the production schedule and took an even bigger toll on the cast and crew. As an ununionized show, and as actors without agents, there wasn't anyone to advocate for better pay or improving poor working conditions.
There has to be another way.
Trini, Zach, and Jason, in your hearts you will always carry the spirit of the Power Rangers, but your destinies lie elsewhere.
Amy Jo Johnson detailed the time when she and David Yost were almost injured in an on-set accident and revealed that she and Thuy Trang once had to work the morning after an earthquake. The first actors to leave the show were Trang, Austin St. John, and Walter Emmanuel Jones.
Ay, ay, ay. It's so sad that they're leaving.
Bye, you guys.
The 3 of them wanted to have a union and receive more compensation, but were turned down and quickly replaced in the middle of the 2nd season.
The cast is replaced just like they do in Japan every year.
In 1994, Karen Ashley joined the cast as Aisha Campbell / Yellow Ranger, Johnny Young Bosch as Adam Park / Black Ranger, and Steve Cardenas as Rocky DeSantos.
Behold, I present to you the new Power Rangers.
Rocky, Adam.
Isn't this incredible?
The 3 newbies also starred in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Movie, which was released June 30th, 1995.
Well, pack your bags, because we're sending you right back where you came from.
A teenager with a big mouth. Not much has changed in 6,000 years.
You obviously don't know who you're dealing with, Mr. Raisinhead.
Really?
Yeah, we're the Power Rangers.
Woo! Where's my autograph book?
Controversy over the years. Since its debut, the Power Rangers have had their fair share of controversies. The show was banned in multiple countries for its excessive violence, including New Zealand and Canada. In 1994, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark pulled the show from the airwaves after the tragic death of a young girl at the hands of classmates, even though there was no direct connection between the two. Malaysia, Vietnam, and the Philippines banned the word morphin from the title and anywhere in the series, fearing it was too close to morphine, the drug.
The safety of the universe is once again in your hands, Power Rangers.
Aside from censorship issues, Power Rangers garnered criticism for the racial coding of the Black Ranger being played by a black man and the Yellow Ranger by an Asian American woman. However, Jones says it was purely coincidental, and the first Yellow Ranger in the unaired pilot was played by Hispanic actress Audrey Dubois.
I felt like for people of color, it was really inspiring. Overall, it was inspiring for everybody. I mean, in the pilot, the Yellow Ranger was Latina. So at that time, it wasn't really such a big deal. It was like, oh yeah, that's okay, Black Ranger, the black costume, which I would have picked anyway.
Perhaps the darkest of the MMPR controversies is one that not many have discussed. It wasn't until years after his time on the series that David Yost spoke out about the reason behind his departure.
Writers, directors, it's not that people can't talk about me and have their opinion about me, but continuing to work in an environment like that is really difficult.
In 2010, Yost revealed in an interview that he was subjected to on-set harassment for his sexual orientation, and the crew regularly used homophobic slurs when talking about and to the actor.
Basically, I just felt like I was continually being told I'm not worthy of where I am because I'm quote-unquote a gay person and I'm not supposed to be an actor and you can't be a superhero. That's sort of the vibe that I was getting.
This mistreatment led to Yost suffering a nervous breakdown for which he had to be hospitalized. Where are they now? Many of the OG Rangers continue to act, including Amy Jo Johnson, who landed a role on J.J. Abrams' Felicity and went on to become a filmmaker and musician.
For the last 5 years, I've started filmmaking. I've done 3 short films and I just finished my first feature film, which is called The Space Between.
Walter Emmanuel Jones also continued his acting career, appearing in shows like Moesha and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and later lending his voice to 2013's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. David Yost left acting behind and became a producer whose body of work includes reality shows Temptation Island and The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Jason David Frank's Tommy Oliver remains a recurring character in the franchise, appearing in Power Rangers Turbo, Power Rangers Dino Thunder, and Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, just to name a few.
I live day by day and I try to put as much passion into Tommy as I could, and here we are 25 years later and I'll put just as much passion into him like I did with Draken and all the other series that we've done.
After exiting the show, Austin St. John returned to martial arts, but later went to college and spent time working as a paramedic in Washington, D.C. He also reprised his role as Jason in a few series, like Power Rangers Wild Force and Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
I was starting to wonder whether you'd show up at all.
You didn't think I was going to let you do this without the original Red Ranger, did you?
However, he's recently made headlines with some legal troubles. In 1996, Thuy Trang had a small part in Spy Hard, but starred as the villain Callie in The Crow, City of Angels that same year. Sadly, the actress died in a car accident in September 2001.
To all the people out there, just live out your dreams. If you dream something, just pursue it and do it, because if you put your mind to it, you can do basically anything and everything you want to.
Johnson, Jones, Yost, Frank, and St. John make regular appearances around the convention circuit, often reuniting for events and interviews.
When I really think about 25 years has passed, it's like, wow.
Wow. And it's crazy, right?
And like we still, whenever we're together, we just pick up where we left off.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
the chemistry, the family is
still there.
In 2016, most of them joined former castmates Karen Ashley and David Fielding, Zordon, for an original film called The Order.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Legacy and cultural impact.
People tell us, I got the hunger to be who I am because I was inspired by you. And what a compliment is that?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was a 90s phenomenon that continues to be one of the most successful media franchises in history. And despite the darker aspects of its history, the show inspired a generation of kids who are now adults and sharing it with their children. Lifelong fans come to see their favorite Rangers at various conventions, including Power Morphicon.
That was such an honor the first time that I appeared at Power Morphicon, and that so many people showed up, and they waited in line for 5 hours, some of them, to get an autograph and take a picture with me, which is just crazy because I do see the impact that our characters had on people.
The 2017 reboot Power Rangers may have not been a smash hit, but it was praised for an ethnically diverse cast, something which the franchise has long valued.
It's morphin' time.
Furthermore, the film's version of Billy Cranston, played by R.J. Kyler, is on the autism spectrum, and David Yost praised the film for featuring a queer superhero, Becky G's Trini/Yellow Ranger.
Me and 4 kids from Angel Grove found a spaceship buried underground.
What?
I'm pretty sure I'm a superhero.
While a sequel never materialized, another reboot is in the works at Netflix. Since 1993, there have been 29 seasons and over 900 plus episodes in the Power Rangers canon, not counting television specials, direct-to-video productions, or the 3 movies. The franchise shows no signs of ending, much to fans' delight.
You've been through an extraordinary experience together. You need each other now. and the world needs you.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
Me too.
You can count on me.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.